All right, peeps, how's it going? It is Wing It Wednesday, July the 9th. So, I know it's been a minute since I've done a video, and I apologize. It's just been super slammed with life and things and projects. So, let's dive in. Breaking news today, Trump imposed a 30% tariff on Iraq, aka light a fire under your ass, Sudani, and get this thing done. So, if you're like me and you're like, what does the United States import from Iraq? Well, last year in 2024, and I cannot find data for 2025 as of yet, but 2024, the United States imports from Iraq was $7.69 billion worth of goods, and the majority of that going to mineral fuels, oils, distillation products, whatever that means. If you hear noise in the background, that's Darth Coda laying on the floor, sighing and breathing like he ran a marathon. So we have printed books, newspapers at 13.3 million. Never saw that coming. Works of art at 2.8 million, aka money laundering. Beverages, so there's a laundry list of things here, and they drop down into the thousands. Placeholder. So that's your breaking news on that front. So, other news, Iraq's newly formed five-member committee held its first meeting today, Wednesday, to address the outstanding issues between the federal government and the Kurdistan region, focusing on oil exports and salary disputes. So, they've made headway, but they're still haven't got the green light on that one. It's very positive that they're talking about, hey, we're going to give you some money, you're going to give us oil, and we're going to get this thing flowing. And then once both sides deliver, then apparently that opens the floodgates. So with that, what are we going to see? HCL and the rate. So very important things. Also, Vietnam, they signed a trade agreement with the United States. That was really big news. Let's see what else we got here. So we're watching for the oil to start moving out of Iraq. That will be one of the telltale signs of the RV moving forward, especially within Iraq. Now, while we're on this front, let's talk about some rumors that are circulating around. Telegram is like the National Enquirer of RV rumors. So Mike Bonehead Barra is saying that we're getting 1-800 numbers today. I saw another post where they're saying currency sites are out of Dong, Dinar, and Rupiah. I've checked Currency Exchange of America, or Exchange of America, has all of them. So that's the rumor. And a lie. Another one, and I can't say for certain, but I think it's Melanie that's circulating this, that in Iraq, in country, the citizens can turn in their paper currency and have it digitized at a rate of 1.9 exchange rate. So, again, not true. Another rumor is that we're going to have the RV, aka 800 numbers this weekend. Yet to be determined. I haven't seen anything that validates that, but would we even see anything like that? And then another big one, and people are actually falling for this, that there's scams going around, and I get at least 3 a day in my inbox on Telegram talking about linking a crypto wallet to the QFS account or setting up a QFS account, pay a certain amount of money to get your QFS account set up before everyone else. That should be your number one red flag. Until the RV happens, until you're sitting down at the bank, at the redemption center, whatever you want to call it, that is the only time that you're going to be able to set up a QFS account. Let that sink in. Okay? Don't give scammers your money. Don't even talk to them. If you see an inbox message on Telegram or Twitter that you don't recognize, don't even open it. Just delete it. Right click delete, or however you got to do it. Don't even entertain it, because you're going to get scammed. And this day and time, nobody can afford to lose a couple $100. You do not. From everything I've seen regarding the RV, you do not have to have a crypto wallet to RV. Crypto comes after the RV, unless you're actively trading. So just don't fall for scams, guys. If it doesn't pass the BS filter, pass on it. Move on. There's no opportunity that is legit to move you to the front of the line. So just if that's what they're offering, just rest assured it is a scam. Okay. All right. So let's move on to some other Iraq news. So Iraq issues biometric payment cards. So Mark had a good spin on this. Think of like you see someone using a ABT or food stamp card at the grocery store or whatever. It's similar to that. So somewhere the computer allows your card, when it's plugged in and it goes to check your balances, it adds money to your balance. Same thing. The push for this is to get people to take their mattress money to the bank. And so it is it integrates how do you say that word? Uses fingerprint and facial recognition. So I'm guessing that you put your card in with your thumb on it, and then you're looking into something and it connects the two biometrics. This has been in talk for a little bit, but it looks like they're actually rolling it out. Which, why would they be doing that if they weren't getting ready to change the rate? So, and it's another push to get, like I said, mattress money, currency off the street into the bank, so that when the rate is flipped, the majority of the money is in the bank, and you're not going to get mugged going to the bank because you got a suitcase full of dinar. So that's really what that's about. On the Iran front, looks like they're still doing some strategic strikes. Israel seems to be gearing up for another wave of attacks. They're taking out militia bases in Qatar and Lebanon. So we're still dealing with that front. And then we have everything. So going back to the laundry list of things I've told you to watch for, the character and the role of Joe playing out. So now today, Wednesday, his doctor was taken him before a Senate committee and to be interrogated basically on the mental condition of Joe during his presidency. He refused to testify. He was like, zip, doctor patient confidentiality. I don't know if that applies to a president or not, but he refused to testify. We're getting more and more and more breadcrumbs on that front, as well as the auto pen. And the big deal with the auto pen is it's multifaceted. So you have all the pardons that he did, before leaving office. He did. Whoever was running the auto pen. Any executive order that he did during the 4 years, and other things related to the 4 years, 2020 on. But not only that, and this is the big one that really a lot of people don't talk about, is when he first came into office, he undid a lot of Trump's executive orders from the first administration. So once it's validated that he was not authorizing the use of the auto pen, and it has to be documented every time that's used. So there's a paper trail somewhere. Hopefully it's not with the Epstein list, but there is a paper trail somewhere. So once that is validated that he did not authorize the use of the auto pen as if he could, then all the executive orders from Trump's first administration that he undid will be reimposed. So there's going to be ramifications from that. So this is not just a flip the switch and everything's going to be wonderful. This is a tangled web, and it's like once you start pulling a string here, it all goes, and it has to be sorted out. So the only thing in my mind that fixes this is NESARA. And the obviously the GCR, where you just hit the reset button, everything goes blank, and you go back to 2016, I suppose. So there's a bumpy road ahead of us, and we are all anxiously awaiting to take that journey, because the road that we're on now sucks. So I guess we have to get ready for that. That's really all I had to cover, and I apologize. This was like I got a laundry list of stuff that I got to get done today, and day's half over. So I just wanted to throw some stuff together because I have not made a video in a while, and I do apologize, but life has been throwing curveballs my way. So that's it for today, and hopefully we're going to have some really good RV related news to talk about in the very near future. So have a great day. You guys are awesome. You are the best people in the planet, and we will see you on the next one.